We'll go through these like one at a time, and there's different variable ways to test these. You just want to make sure you don't recruit from the wrong muscles or multiple muscles, okay? So for our dorsal interossei muscles, you're going to go ahead and hold your fingers out, and don't let me push, okay? So he's going into abduction. A modified approach, what I do is I like to do a little bit of a claw, and it gives me a little bit extra there that I can work with, okay? It's my preference. Palmar interossei, go ahead and squeeze. Don't let me pull. Make sense? Okay? Those are the easy ones, okay? So let's do our extensors. Go like this for me. There you go. Let's see how he recruits from his wrist, okay? So we want to be there, and I push down. Okay, that's going to give all of our extensors, extensor digitorum, okay? If I do our indices, this would be my index finger, and digiti minimi would be my pinky finger. Digiti minimi, pinky, right? We go to the thumb, things become more complex. Our extensor longus, pollicis, if I have him go ahead and push up on the end of the thumb, okay? If I do the brevis, it'd be a little bit lower, okay? Makes sense? And then for your flexor pollicis, we'll do longus first. I have him flex down and turn his thumb down. And some people like to stabilize here, and I just push that way, okay? Or you can hook underneath, like hook on my finger here, and then do it that way, okay? If you guys can see that, you guys good? Okay. So the next one is our brevis, which is just getting more of our, go ahead and push down. But see how he wants to recruit from there? So sometimes I may have to stabilize and then do it there. So I don't like use this one again. Does that make sense? So that'd be for your brevis. Let's see here. For our adductor, you're gonna see the picture show, because abductor wise, that they're gonna be in this position, but I think it gets confusing for me to kind of figure out flexion extension from abduction. So I put them supinated, put your hand all the way on the table, and I have them abduct. So that would be this way.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I got confused.
See, I confused you.
You flip my hand around. Yeah.
So we abduct, right? And then I'm going to resist that. Okay? For our adductor, adduction, have him pull in, and then I do that right there. For our opponents, you're going to see a variety of ones. We have to have this medial rotation component to do opposition. Okay? The book's going to show like you kind of placing here, which is fine if you can get it. Sometimes I go a little bit higher, but go across, so you're going to touch your pinky. And then I kind of provide this little bit of rotation and pull away. Okay? So you're trying to prevent this motion, so you're resisting that right there. So it's kind of a harder lab, right, to kind of figure some of these out. Any questions on those? Did that help?
Can you do the first one, the very first one, back up? Okay.
Very first one. So the dorsal interossei.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let me push. Okay. Palmar interossei. Don't let me pull. Okay.
Okay.
And like, hold your fingers out. If you manhandle them, go, hey, don't let me push. It's not gonna work, right? Use your power grip. It's not gonna work. You have to actually use these fingers like that. Okay. So you're gonna see you can overpower somebody very easily. I think there's one that I'm missing on there. Just make it.
We did lumbricals, right?
No, we didn't.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there you go. I knew there's. So for lumbricals, they do this, right? Fingers straight. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to resist that flexion. Okay, so I kind of had your hands fold, kind of resisting that. So in that MCP flexion, I'm pushing back. Does that make sense? That's for your lumbrical grip. Okay. There's a question today on your lab, like what you use for power grips, for specifically like holding a baby, and that's one portion of it. Okay. Okay, so you'll go through that. I gave you kind of the answer there. I thought there was one more too.
Yeah, I think.
Sensors, flexors, abductors. Oh. Profundus and superficialis. So your profundus is, I go ahead and bring my finger up. So we're just doing DIP flexion, and I pull down. But I have to stabilize here. If I don't, he's going to use the superficialis a little bit more. Okay? Go ahead and pull. Just pull that finger up. Yep. Okay? So you'll see things like jersey finger. Someone goes to, during a flag football game, goes to grab onto somebody, they can rip that tendon off, okay? And then you could do your superficialis. I stabilize all these fingers, go ahead and pull down. And that would be specifically, so this is an alternate position that I like to use for that one, okay? Cool? Those were the two I left out, sorry guys, okay?